Hey everyone, Matt here from LimaCharlie, here to quickly talk to you about the secret component within our Hive Config Manager. Now, our Hive Config Manager is a centralized configuration location within LimaCharlie. It's unique to every organization and allows you to have a centralized repository for keeping track of things like detection and response rules, adapter configurations, and in this case, secrets. Now, secrets might be any value that you need to pass through to an input or an output or other service for the purposes of authentication or perhaps unique identification. For example, if we were to configure a webhook output, a secret value key might help me discern on the receiving side what that particular webhook is associated with, or it may be a form of authentication. I'm using authentication loosely, but you get the picture. One of the things that the secret Hive does is allows us to decouple the need to insert those secret values into the configuration. It also allows us to wrap some granular ACLs around who can view secrets versus who can view and consume data from an input or an output or any other resource that might utilize a Hive secret. There's two ways to go through and manage secrets. You can do it in the web app or via the CLI. Let's go ahead and take a look at both. I'm going to deal with the web app first. And hopping into my web app, the easiest way to view any secrets that you might have currently created is going to be in the Secrets Manager. And that's going to be located under Organization Settings over on the left-hand side. Note, I do have one secret currently created called App Webhook Secret. I can actually open this and view it and edit it as long as I have the right permissions. So let's just say hypothetically someone got a hold of this secret or I needed to change it. I could easily go back and change it and just say I want my new value to be this. Now these are essentially key value pairs that I'm creating. I am naming a secret and then giving it a value. The name is what allows me to reference it later. The value is going to be the important part because that's what's actually passed through in the configuration. We can create one inside of the web app as well. Let's just call this Matt's sample secret, and I'm going to call it sample secret 123. Again, all I'm doing here is creating a key value set. I am giving it a name, I am giving it a value, and I'm going to want that to be a referenceable value later on. I'm going to head and create this one more time because it looks like it didn't save. We're going to call this secret sample secret 123. We'll save that particular secret name. And notice I've now got two secrets represented for this particular organization. Clicking in, I can view it. I can go and change it again if need be. I can alter it, delete it, do all sorts of controls from the web app. Hopping over to the command line, we have the exact same type of control inside of our LimaCharlie web app, inside of our CLI. Notice inside of the CLI, I'm going to be interacting with the Hive. The Config Hive expects a few different parameters, but it also has a few different actions available: list, get, set, update, remove, so on and so forth. In this case, I'm just simply going to want to list out the contents of the secret Hive. So we will list against secret. And notice there's my two secrets that we had previously seen in the web app that are referenced inside there. There's my app webhook secret, and then my mats-secret-sample. So two ways to interact with them. In the web app, I'm able to create, update, delete. I'm also able to do all of those things in the command line as well. This allows you to have a programmatic approach towards storing, accessing, or revolving your secrets if need be. And it's a really useful way to keep an eye on them without needing to get into the web app and still maintaining that nice element of separation between your users who may need the data or may need to send the data, but may not need to have access to these secret keys. Since we're here, I'm going to copy the name of this particular secret, Matt's secret sample, and let's go see this thing in action or how we would utilize this value. Hopping over to outputs, let's say I wanted to configure a detection webhook output, which means I want to send my platform detections out to a webhook receiver. Selecting outputs, detections, and then clicking into webhook. Notice this is where it does ask for a secret key. This is obviously not a required field. Sometimes the URL of where you're sending a webhook to can be unique enough, but a lot of times a secret value helps determine or place some sort of unique identifier on the incoming traffic. We'll call this Matt's sample secret webhook. Once again, remember I'm trying to be super stealthy in my names. I'm going to keep my destination simple. I'm not actually going to be sending this anywhere. And in my secret key, this is typically where we would reference or drop in that plain text value of that key. Well, this is what we want to decouple. Rather than me dropping in the plain text value of that secret key, I can instead reference the Hive. I'm going to reference the secret component within the Hive, and I'm going to drop in the name of the secret that I'm trying to reference. Hive : //secret / mats-secret -sample. And what's going to happen is when I create this webhook, the LimaCharlie platform is going to know, oh, I need to go to the Hive, to the secret Hive, and grab this value and insert it into the secret key. Again, allowing me to separate where my authentication or my identities or secret keys are stored versus the users who may need to consume those values. All right, with that said, hope this is helpful. We'll see you on the next one.